Okay, today we're looking at the most frequent even element. So, given an integer array nums, return the most frequent even element. If there is a tie, return the smallest one. If there is no such element, return -1. Here we see the input is this array. So we're given an array. The function takes an array, and it should return the most frequent even element. So let's try to turn this into a to-do list. Like, what do we need to do to make this happen? So we might want to keep track of if we've seen an element before, and so we might make a map. And then we might iterate over the numbers. And then we might, if we have not seen the number before, we might add it to the map as a key. Add it to the map as a key along with an initial value of 1. Okay, because we've seen it one time. And then, let's see. So we'll have a map with the numbers, and it'll store how many times we've seen it. And then we will determine which value is the highest, I guess. We'll only add them if they're even, of course. Iterate over. Let's see. Adding the condition as long if it is even, add it to the map. We're not worried about odd numbers like 1. The even elements are 0, 2, and 4. Of these, 2 and 4 appear the most. So we return the smallest one, which is 2. Okay, so let's initialize a map. Let's iterate over the numbers. If exclamation mark does not have that number, then what did I do? Okay, map.set, and it takes a key and a value. What is the key? The key is the number. The value is one. Its initial value is 1. Let's see. We also want to make sure that if the map does not have the number and the number modulus 2 is equal to 0. So check that it's even and not yet in the map. Okay. So iterate over the numbers. Not seen it before. If it is even, add it to the map. Okay. Now, which is the most frequent? Which is the most frequent? So, let's see. We've done all this. Check for the most frequent. How can we check for the most frequent? So far, if it doesn't have, we add it. Else, I forgot to do something. Else, if map dot has else if map dot has number How do we increment? How do we increment it? I don't know. Oh God. Okay. 2. All right. I give up. We got the map. We got num of nums. If it's even, map.set number map.get num or 0 plus 1. Okay. So we're incrementing by getting the number. And if it's the first time we've seen it, then we just set it. And if this will return nothing, so it'll be 0. If it doesn't exist, it will be 0. And if it does exist, then map.getNumber plus 1. And if it does not exist, it will be 0 and then plus 1. Okay. And initialize variables to keep track of the most frequent even number. Most frequent. Iterate through the map to find the most frequent even number. For const key value of map.entries if value is greater than the max frequency. Damn, this shit's hard. So we have the key and the value. of map.entry. So it's kind of destructured, I think. And if the value is greater than 0, then the max frequency or the most frequent becomes that number, and the number of times we've seen it becomes the value. If the value is equal to 0 and the key is less than most frequent, smaller number wins. O Lord, grant me the strength. O Lord. Okay. That's enough for today. I've seen enough.